Well, hello and welcome from Haven Center at Benilde-St. Margaret's High School. I'm Bruce Holman along with Paul Baudwin. And tonight we have the Benilde-St. Margaret Red Knights coming into this game at 15-3 against the Bloomington Jefferson Jaguars. They are 9-8. Both teams coming off nice, impressive wins, Paul.
Yeah, they both played tough games, big overtime losses, both won by, or big overtime wins, both won by 4, and so I think they're going to both be playing fired up basketball. Jefferson's playing well these days and looking to climb up into the standings if they can.
And we've got some really marquee players in this game. We've got some, and they're young players. So we have for Benilde-St. Margaret's, their starting lineup is Jaden Daisy, Jaleel Donnelly, a sophomore, Jalen Wilson, also one of the top sophomore wings in the state in the sophomore class. He averages 18 points per game. Christian Wiggins averaging 8 points per game, and Ron Lee. Very good lineup for the Red Knights. They are 15-3. And for the Jefferson Jaguars, they have Marcus Horton, sophomore, averaging 11 points per game. Reese Washington, he is a senior, averaging 8 points per game. Blake Mamalakis, he's a senior, averaging 8 points, and you love that name, Paul.
I do.
And the guy to watch for is Daniel Freitag. He is a player to be reckoned with. He averages 26 points per game. He's a junior, plays both football and basketball, and is highly touted in the state of Minnesota. So he is going to get an opportunity to play Division I basketball or football, and it'll be interesting to see. So, and then Gavin Lewick is also averaging 6 points per game. He's a senior for Jefferson. The head coach for the Benilde-St. Margaret Red Knights, Damian Johnson, former Gopher player, and Jeff Evans. He's been around for quite some time. He is the coach of the Jefferson Jaguars. So it looks like should have really a good match. Even though the Jaguars are 9-8, they're a very capable team, and excited to get to watch Daniel Freitag play. He's just a phenomenal player.
Yeah, it should be a good game. Jefferson coming off the big win against Chanhassen in overtime. Benilde-St. Margaret barely overcoming a real scrappy New Prague team in overtime last week as well. So both teams are going to be looking to play well.
Well, New Prague's been on the rise, so they've been playing fairly well. So they can beat anyone at any given time. But this Red Knights team, they seem to win the close games, and that's an important part. And able to come out 15-3 right now coming into this game. Daisy passes it across. Lee. He loses the ball. Now they get it back, and that's Wilson. Jalen Wilson is having a great year. He's averaging 18 points per game. Again, we mentioned he's a sophomore, and he's really their leading scorer, go-to guy on the Red Knights team.
Yeah, and a heads-up play back there to pick up that loose ball and drop it in.
So the Jaguars, they look for their first points of the game, 2-0. They step on the baseline, will be turned over, and the Red Knights will get the basketball back here. Just underway. Benilde in the red uniforms, Jaguars in the white and blue. Ron Lee getting the start this game. Both teams don't have that deep of a bench. As the first shot by Jaleel did not go, and the second one is good by Wiggins.
That was a nice rebound on the part of Ron Lee to go and grab that and then give him the second chance, and there they are, up 5-0.
You know, Christian Wiggins has had some big games lately. He didn't start the season as a starter, but he's really come on. He's a freshman, so that's a great sign. And there's a steal by Daisy. Good cut to the basket, and Daisy converts to give the Red Knights a 5-2 lead.
Nice steal, control the ball, driving into the hoop, good move underneath, and lays it in.
7-0 Red Knights. So Jaguars still looking for their first points of the game. And great defense by the Red Knights.
A nice collapse defense there to collapse on the ball down low. And
yeah, Daisy just didn't get that one to go, and rebound pulled down by the Jaguars, and they're going to give it to Freitag to bring up the court. Jump shot. Little too strong. Rebound by Wiggins. See how quick they get up there.
Oh,
what a tough move by Wilson. We're going to get a timeout by the Jaguars.
Yeah, that's a good timeout on the part of Bloomington Jefferson to kind of settle things down. You're down 9-0, and Benilde just been all over the ball. They're hustling. That pass could have been stolen, but good hands on the part of Wilson.
Yeah, sort of a tale of two stories on the ends of the court, right? You're seeing the Jaguars are struggling on the offensive end, and as the Red Knights are playing so tough defensively. But when the Red Knights come down, and you can see here on Daisy's shot how he cuts inside, but you can see it's much easier going right now for the Red Knights. So that's where the timeout here, and the Jaguars are going to figure out how they can tighten things up defensively, but also work it around and be more patient offensively, but watch out for the Red Knights, who just seem to always have players in the passing lanes. See Wiggins there.
Yep, and what I like about the Red Knights too is they hustle to the ball. They don't wait for the ball to come to them. They get to the ball, and it makes it tough to steal passes, to get turnovers. They're just playing really good basketball right now.
Well, we're going to see a full court pressure put on by the Red Knights. They're going to, Freitag just says, I'll take it myself, as he has Daisy guarding him.
Nice
Good spin move. Freitag, and a little push called on Daisy.
Yeah, Daisy doesn't like the call, but he did kind of, his body just sort of leaned into him there. The ref's going to call that a lot. You see how he just gets the push on him.
Yeah, just, really tight coverage.
Yep. Tried to hold up, and what Freitag did there was just stop so suddenly on a dime, and so he just kind of ended up running into him a little bit.
Well, that's where you can really test the refereeing out early on. If you know if they're calling those, then you got to stay off. And missed shot by the Jaguars. Oh, right into the hands of Freitag, and he just gets leveled. I don't think he took a hit like that this year on the football field.
That's right. But we know he can take them. He just lost the dribble there. That's another one of those situations on the rebound where you get both hands on it. Get both hands and then dribble.
Yeah, so Jaleel Donnelly picking up the foul. That's number 2 on the Red Knights. Freitag. It's a tough, long pass that he had to make. Again, Jaguars aren't coming to the basketball.
Nope.
They're just sort of waiting for it, and there's another turnover.
Yep, little miscommunication.
The Jaguars so far in the early going have had more turnovers than they've had shots, and that's not a good percentage.
It generally doesn't work out so well. But plenty of time to turn things around.
Yeah, it was a really good defensive play that time by Marcus Horton. Unfortunately, ball went off of his hand out of bounds, so the Red Knights will retain possession here. 14:46 remaining in the first half, and 9-0. Jaguars have yet to score in this game. There's Donnelly.
Might have been travel.
Yep.
You can get away with that in the NBA, but not at the high school level.
Starting to call it in the NBA more now, though.
Thank God.
Again, the Red Knights will pick up the ball right in the backcourt here. Freitag with Daisy on him. Daisy doing a really good job not giving Freitag much space. Now he takes it along the baseline, back up top, work it around. This is a really tough defense right now that the Red Knights are playing.
And Daisy, Freitag almost had him beat on that last play, but Daisy just managed to spin his body backwards toward him. That got in the way and slowed him up. And Bloomington Jefferson having a hard time getting anything going offensively.
Pass inbounded to Horton. Guarded by Wiggins. Horton, again, you can see how they man up right on the player. Tommy Rowland is in the game for Jefferson. But they are working, and they are not getting to the basket.
Yeah, this is a really well-coached team defensively. Everybody knows exactly where they're supposed to be.
That's a tough call because that's going to be Donnelly's second foul.
They kind of got a little push on him in the chest, I think. Let's take a look. Comes right up at him, and
yeah.
Yep.
Well, that's what happens too when you play that close, and a lot of times you see like D'Angelo Russell, where he'll just do a pull, he'll push the ball, do a wraparound or whatever, and get the foul call. Freitag, he got caught in no man's zone there. And you see how quickly Ron Lee, the tip was not good. Wilson with the rebound. He passes out. Wiggins puts up the three, and it is good. Christian Wiggins with the second three of the game. 12-0 lead. We didn't see this coming. We thought Jefferson been playing pretty good basketball.
Yeah.
Again, Freitag has been held scoreless. Averages 26. And again, not a good pass.
Oh. Daisy didn't quite get his footwork right there.
Yeah, he got under the basket too far.
Didn't have enough on it. Ooh.
Well, you know, Mamalakis, that's a big basket for the Jaguars, because sometimes it just takes that first one to get things going, and they finally got that. So we'll see if they settle down a little bit here. 12-2. Wiggins off the iron, rebound taken down by Horton. Jaguars trail by 10, 12-2 the score, 12 minutes, 18 remaining here in the first half. Freitag. And you see Freitag with great defense by Daisy.
Yeah, they're rattling him. He kind of just getting him off center and out of focus, and he's going to have to find a way around that. Nice steal.
Yeah, Freitag gets the steal, and he takes a deep breath.
He knows what to do.
Yeah, and passes it off. Here's a three. Not good. Backside rebound by Rowland.
I would have liked to see Freitag take that one to the hoop, maybe draw a foul, possibly get it in. Thought he had the lane.
There's Freitag, and
look
he
at
hits
that.
the three.
What do I know?
That was the best sequence that we've seen from the Jaguars so far. They were able to just pass the ball around a little bit better and make some movement and not try just that one-on-one move, and found Freitag open, and you can see what can happen if Freitag gets that opportunity.
And if you're the Jaguars, you also got to remember sometimes these early leads look worse than they are. You know, when you're down 10-0, 12-0, that looks a lot worse than it is. They're down 12-5. It kind of looks bad. They're only down 7 points. I mean, there's this game is they're still right there with it. They just got to start making some buckets.
Yeah, and so many times you see, you know, the way the game starts, if sometimes it's getting that first basket just is what it takes, and now the Jaguars scoring 5 straight points, and as you said, closing the gap to 7.
But I think the other thing is the Red Knights here have shown the Jaguars that you are going to have to play pretty much flawless basketball and stay focused. You're not going to get any breathers with this defense and this offense, because they just push the ball up the court real fast too.
Yeah, and we've really seen Daisy do just such an amazing job in the game. Elliot Huther is in the game now for Benilde. And stolen away. Abu Keita losing the basketball underneath. Freitag, nice move to the basket.
Oh.
Good job.
Nice
Looked like he got a little hip check coming in too, no call, and he's still able to get the basket.
Oh, it's just pretty too, the way he laid that up. Just a beautiful touch.
So 7 straight points now for the Jaguars. 12-7 the score. And again, that shot did not go by Keita, but just how scrappy we're seeing Lee getting the ball for the Red Knights. And now another opportunity for the Red Knights on offense. Wiggins.
It's a hustle game, Bruce. You hustle to the ball, good things can happen.
Yeah, and again, they're a very good passing team. Lee off the front end of the iron, and the rebound taken down by the Jaguars.
Jaguars on a nice little run here, Bruce.
Yeah, the Jaguars now just A little more patience than they had early on. Spin move to the inside, now dishing it out. And the three, not good by Horton.
Oh, but look at Freitag coming in and kind of messing up that rebound. It'll still be Red Knight ball, but it's a nice move on the part of Freitag. Look at that shot, just a beautiful touch. Squared up, focused, didn't put too much on it.
There's a reason he's averaging 26 points per game. Got the touch. Cada. Up top. Now they work it around Lee. Gets it into Wiggins. Wiggins. Back to Cada inside. Wilson, what a move.
Wow.
Jalen Wilson, again, we mentioned he's a sophomore, but he plays like a senior. He is just a phenomenal player for the Red Knights and really helped them get to the record that they have right now at 15-3.
Well, the footwork and the touch he has down low there is just like indefensible. I don't know what you're supposed to do.
A little bit of a hold that time as they try and get the ball into Freitag, and I think Huther is going to be called for the foul. Actually, they have it, it looks like on the scoreboard, they have it on Cada, so. Good thing you brought your eraser.
It's about the only thing I did right in math.
Colin Kirk checks into the game for the Red Knights. Freitag. Oh, drive to the basket, foul, and one. Blake Mamalakis.
I like that play, Bruce. He went to the hoop hard. He saw the lane. He just went for it. The Red Knights collapsed on him, but of course they fouled him, and he just stays focused, gets the perfect spin off the glass, and a chance for a three-point play. Drills it.
So the Red Knights have committed 5 fouls. Bloomington Jefferson 0 here in the early going.
The timeout seemed to really do the trick. Played some good basketball since the Jefferson timeout, and now they're only within 4. And
the Red Knights now taking their shots a little bit quicker. They're not working it in. Cada missing that one, and here's an opportunity to cut the lead.
Yep. And I think,
look at that drive to the basket.
Nice.
Oh, couldn't get it to go, Horton.
Everything was perfectly designed and executed, other than he just couldn't quite finish.
Oh, quickly, Daisy.
Look at that putback.
Yeah, Abukeda with a great follow-up on that one.
The other thing that's happening is the Red Knights have seemed to have gotten a lot of points in transition, and now that if Jefferson's making shots, they're able to get back on defense easier and not allow those transition points so much.
Opening to the basket.
Nice.
That time Horton was able to get it to go. Looked like that was actually Washington.
It was Washington, yeah. And throwing up another three. That's they've just been kind of not working the ball around and just launching up threes.
The Red Knights early on in the season are a great three-point shooting team, and I think that's part of their game. So that's Jonathan Weber hitting the three for the Jaguars, and it's all of a sudden a one-point game.
Yeah, he's wide open, took his time, squared up, drilled it.
There's a three. A lot of times, the Red Knights rely on getting that rebound underneath when they take that three, but they're not getting the rebounds. Jefferson doing a good job cleaning up the glass on the defensive end, giving the Red Knights only that one shot. But Red Knights get tough when they start hitting those threes, and those guys, those guards, Daisy and Donnelly, can hit. And we'll see if the Jaguars can hit, but nope, Mamalakis misses a three. Rebound brought down by the Red Knights. 16-15 the score. Oh, foul underneath. Going to be called on Washington, his first team foul for the Jaguars here with to 6:26 to go.
Another thing with this game so far, Bruce, is pretty fast-paced. It could also come down to conditioning. You know, who's gonna last?
It's fast-paced, but the score is not really indicative of it right now.
True.
It's 16-15. Part of that, Red Knights have really struggled from the field after the early hot start they had. Again, shots like that, Daisy not getting that one to go.
Yeah. Well, they're going to have to start working the ball around a little bit. They're not passing.
Freitag, too strong. Daisy.
Look out.
He takes it all the way to the basket. Great, did a great job on that one with great control not to draw a charge. Horton.
That'll be a foul.
Yeah, so Huther will pick up the foul. Number 6 on the Red Knights.
That's a pretty clear one. You jump right into the guy.
So Ron Lee will come back into the game. He replaces Colin Kirk for the Red Knights. This is Marcus Horton. Averages 11 points per game, and that's number 2 so far this first half. Well, it doesn't take long for the Red Knights to put up a shot. They're you don't need a shot clock here, and I know they talked about the shot clock coming into play this year, but it's not on tonight, and I think it probably will be next year. But in this kind of game, it really does not come into play at all, anyways.
No, not at least when the Red Knights are on offense. But I got a timeout. I do think, while I know the Red Knights, rely on the 3 and they like to shoot, but they're cold right now, and they need to start working that ball around and finding a good high percentage shot. They've just been kind of maybe one pass and then throwing the ball up, and they haven't been falling.
Again, you come out to the games, you get some popcorn.
And look at that. She's having a good time. Pretty good crowd here tonight.
Yeah, it is. It really is. And I think good contingency over on the Bloomington Jefferson side over there. It almost looks like they are outdrawing the Red Knights.
Almost, yeah. It's my first time in this gym, Bruce, and my first impression is they got a few more banners than the St. Louis Park gym does.
They've done well.
They sure have.
I think the Red Knights will have the St. Louis Park Orioles coming up here on Valentine's Day.
Nice heads up play.
Yeah, it was great anticipation and getting up over the rim to dunk the ball that time is Donnelly.
Per my earlier comment, that's what we call a high percentage shot.
Sometimes when you get that momentum, you don't want to do too quick of a shot on the other end, because you can see right now the Red Knights are really seem to have things going their way. You got to slow it down a little bit. Take away that momentum.
Nice drive to the basket by Huther there. And you notice they moved the ball around a little bit. It's more like 3 or 4 passes, and they found something.
Yeah, Daisy's done a great job. Freitag's been very frustrated, and now we'll get a reach in. So that's going to put Freitag at the free throw line as they're in the bonus.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong here, but by my take, Freitag only has 5 points.
He does, and part of that is just, that's, I think, the game plan for the Red Knights is we've got to stop number 5.
And they're doing it.
Yeah, they are, and Daisy is doing it. And you can see Freitag, he's trying to gas, to get a little bit of a breather here. He's been in the whole game, and he's had to work hard.
Yeah, I mean, Daisy certainly has been keying in on him and playing some great defense on him. But the other thing about the Red Knights, as we've said, is just team defense-wise, they all know exactly where to be and what to do. And it makes it really tough. Daniel
Freitag now with 7 points. 22-19, 3-point game. Donley. Drive along the baseline. Oh, couple opportunities, 3 of them, and finally converting is Christian Wiggins.
No relation to Andrew, but there are some flashes.
He's a freshman too. Not only do they have such great sophomores, they got a great freshman in Wiggins.
Yeah, like we said in the St. Louis Park game against Benilde, I think we got some fun years ahead of us for Benilde basketball.
Look at that shot. Hanging in the air from the free throw line extended, Freitag gets fouled and pushes that ball up.
Yeah, he kind of lost, sort of lost his grip on it, but managed to get enough of his palm under the ball still and just sort of get the right rotation and push it in. That's what pure shooters do.
And he's trying to be a leader out there. He's very frustrated with so far the way it's gone for them. But realistically, they're right in this ball game. It's 24-22, 2-point game with 3:27 to go in the first half.
And Freitag's starting to get going now, so look out.
See if Donley will stop and pop here. He's a good 3-point shooter. He's going to take it from the free throw line, puts it in. 4th point of the game for Jalil. Now Freitag. Back up top, here's a 3. Little short. That was Gavin Lewick on the shot. Red Knights waste no time. They're in the front court quickly. Donley cross court, Wiggins. He's going to pop for 3. Off the iron? It's off the front end. Quickly down on the other end. And you can see Donley affected that shot by Mamalakis. Saw Donley coming in quickly and did it a little too quick. Another missed 3 attempt.
Freitag wisely taking his time and just getting the offense set and boom.
Left-hander.
Wow. Left-handed even. Well, just a moment ago, I said Freitag only had 5. He's got 12 now. That was Wilson. I believe that was Wilson on the shot. I was stepping on your touchdown call, Bruce.
That's okay. Well, Wilson has 8. Good, good job. And we get a blocking foul call against the Red Knights away from the ball. It's going to send the Jaguars to the line, and Freitag will go back to the line, shooting the 1-and-1. Damian not liking that call as he's discussing with the referee.
Daisy coming back in the game. We'll see if that kicks up the defense a little bit.
Damian not winning the argument. Freitag with a rare miss. Follows up and gets the ball back under the basket and puts it in.
So he misses his free throw, but gets his own rebound and then manages to put the ball back in. That's impressive basketball.
Red Knights up 28-26, 1:10 to go in the half. Been a pretty quick half. Nice drive to the basket. Donley doesn't get it to go. The rebound by Daisy. He's fouled. We'll get a 2-shot foul here. They're going to send Daisy to the free throw line.
Lewick on the foul.
Boy, with 1 minute and 3 seconds to go, that's only the 2nd foul on the Jaguars.
Wow.
And I think that's got to be something that Damian has to talk to his team about, is we got to be a little more aggressive going into the lane. We're taking a lot of shots from 3-point range, but we're not putting any pressure inside to draw fouls.
Right, and you see on that last play, like they did, they got it down low, and lo and behold, they got the foul. Daisy
Great
misses
save.
one.
3-point game. Freitag. Mamalakis back to Freitag. Thought he'd maybe take the three. And it's good. That was Washington. His 5th point of the game. We're tied at 29 with 35 seconds. See if the Red Knights hold for one or take it to the basket. I think they're going to go to the basket. I don't think they're going to wait. They're going to put up a three.
Oh, look at that. Jason Daisy.
Great first half for Daisy. And a 3-point Red Knights lead. And now the Jaguars with Freitag will go for one. Oh, trying to get a foul called on Daisy. 9 seconds. Mamalakis into the corner. Freitag loses the ball. And get a call on Freitag, I think. Or no, they're going to call it on the Red Knights.
Not sure what happened.
Yeah, with 1 second to go, I don't know. It's a very tough call on Wilson.
That is a really tough call on Wilson. Oh!
Freitag, he's missed 2 in a row.
That one seemed to defy gravity.
Well, he was all net on his first 3 free throws. Now he's struggling a little bit from the line. There he's got all net. And they're going to take Freitag out of the game with 1 second to go.
Let's see if the Red Knights can launch up a desperation shot. Didn't get it off.
Well, really a good, after the start of the game, it seemed like everything was going Red Knights' way, but Jaguars came back and made this a ball game, and it's been very entertaining. It's really been a pretty fast-paced game. It scored 32-30, but these guys hit a few more of those shots, and we could see the score up in the 70s and 80s by the end of the second half. So
absolutely, that's one of the quickest halves of basketball I can remember. I mean, it only took about a half an hour. But great game, and kudos to Jefferson for sticking with it when they got down deep early, and they stuck with it, crawled back in. We got ourselves a heck of a ball game, and looking forward to the second half.
We mentioned Daniel Freitag, and we said he averages 26 points. He started off a little bit slow, but he's ended up with 15 points in the first half. So, and again, that's with Jaden Daisy, who's done just an amazing job playing defense on Freitag.
Mm-hmm.
So, very impressive there. I thought Kristen Wiggins had a really good first half for the Red Knights. He has 8 points so far in the game. Also mentioned Daisy with his defense. Aside from his defense, he's put up 8 points so far, and then Jalen Wilson with 8 points. So seen a little bit of balance on the Red Knights, and then for the Jaguars, Mamalakis, he seemed along with Freitag be the other guy that's their scorer, and Mamalakis has 5 points in the half. So.
And that 5 points that Mamalakis had was bigger than it feels in a sense, because he was hitting those when Freitag was cold, and that kind of kept him in it. And then Freitag really turned it up in the last few minutes. I mean, I think he had 10 points in about maybe 4 minutes of basketball.
So the Red Knights, they're trying to stay on top of the conference. They're 6-1 in the conference, 15-3 overall. Chan right behind, along with Laconia, both 5-2. So it's big game for the Red Knights as they try and keep that lead in the conference. 32-30 is our score. I'm Bruce Over, along with Paul Bodwin. Stay with us. We'll have the second half coming up shortly.
Your story doesn't have to end. As an organ donor, the good in you can live on. In fact, you could save up to 8 lives through organ donation. Sign up to give the gift of life after you're gone. You'll be happy you did. And just maybe, someone else will too. Sign up online today as an organ, eye, and tissue donor at organdonor.gov. It saves lives.
Chris Oberman along with Paul Bodwin from Haven Center, 32-30 our score. As Benilde-St. Margaret's has the lead, so get ready to start the second half. And again, be interesting to see, we saw such a variable in fouls in the first half, Paul, to see if the Red Knights like to try and take it to the basket, be a little more aggressive around the hoop and see if they can force Jefferson into fouling a little bit more.
Yep, that's what I think they're going to have to do. And really, it's just one of those nights. Those threes just are not falling for the Red Knights either. They've been putting them up, but they're just not dropping much.
Yeah, and only one free throw in the game for the Red Knights, and that was Jaden Daisy. Jaguars will start with the basketball.
Should be a good second half.
If it goes as fast as the first half, we'll be done in a second here.
Don't touch that dial.
Horton, guarded by Wiggins. Nice backdoor cut, Freitag, and the foul is going to be called on the Red Knights.
That's just a really nice backdoor cut and pass right there. And I missed who the foul was on.
Yeah, it's going to be on Wilson, and that's going to be number 2 for Jalen Wilson. That will send Freitag to the free throw line. He's got 15 in the game.
And you don't like to pick up that second foul with just 15 seconds into the half.
5 for 7 from the free throw line for Freitag. Now 6 for 8, and we're tied at 32. Lee. They have Wilson inside. He wanted the ball, got it to him sort of late, and now we'll get a foul called on the Jaguars.
He wanted the ball, but it's going to be a tough pass to make that. I mean, yeah, he's got the height and everything. You can throw it up there, but I don't know if I would have dished it into him at that point either.
Mamalakis picked up the foul, so both teams have an early foul here in the second half. Tipped out of bounds off of the Jaguars. Daisy
nice
from
shot.
18 is good.
I like that high arc on that shot just to get it over everybody. It drops right in. Beautiful.
That's a shot from just inside the three-point range. Donnelly went for the steal that time.
Almost had it. Even when you don't end up getting those and it goes out of bounds, it still just kind of rattles the offense a little bit. Makes you a little more hesitant to make that pass the next time.
Mamalakis looks for Horton cutting, can't find him. This is Lewick. Lewick is guarded by Donnelly. Gets it off for Mamalakis. And bad pass in the lane, good steal by Daisy. Reverse layup, not good. Rebound by Mamalakis. Here comes the Jaguars for Freitag. Behind the back pass to the corner for 3, off the mark. That was Washington, tipped out of bounds, last touch by the Red Knights. Freitag with a great behind the back pass in the corner.
Yep.
Jags got to get it in. They do. Horton, now Freitag. Again, Daisy's done a great job on Freitag. And that's not a good pass. Stolen by Wilson. Gets all the way in for the basket.
Yeah, that was not a couple bad passes here on the part of Jefferson. They're just not quite seeing the lane right.
Sort of what we saw early on in the first half and then the Jaguars sort of corrected things. But again, it's those long passes, and the Red Knights doing a really good job just sort of getting that passing lane, getting the ball.
Yeah, and they're keeping them way up on the perimeter. They can't seem to penetrate the ball inside at all. There they go.
Well, that was a great pass inside, and
nice.
a good finish, too, by Washington.
That's why you got to just keep being patient. Make smart passes, keep moving the ball around. Eventually something opens up.
Oh, there's an open shot from the corner. A little too strong. Daisy gets his follow-up, blocked by Freitag, and he's like, what? He did not like that call.
No, he did not. Let's take a look here.
Freitag, I think he got arm.
Yeah, he got the arm. That's the right call.
You get ball, but you can't get the arm with it, so. Daisy missing the first free throw. He's been the only Red Knight shooting free throws so far in this game. He's now 1 for 3.
Here's that pass by Makalakis down to Washington. Beautiful little sequence there.
So Daisy now 2 for 4 from the free throw line. He's in double digits at 11. Lewick, Mamalakis down the lane. Nice.
Oh, wow. He has a way of just penetrating the lane when he's there, and he's just hard to stop.
1 point Red Knight lead. Daisy doesn't get it to go. Here comes the Jaguars. Horton had it stripped from behind, and almost a save, but for the Red Knights to keep it in bounds. But it's going to be Jaguar basketball here. Here's the drive to the basket by Mamalakis.
There's not a lot you can do there.
Horton has stripped. They're going to have a jump ball. Yeah. Oh, they're calling a foul on this? No, jump ball.
Yeah. And it looked like that pass got tipped, slowed it down, and allowed Benilde to get in there and get the jump ball, and the possession arrow is in their favor.
So Lee for the Red Knights. Looking for some help. Wiggins, quick shot, and the foul inside. Good position that time by Wilson.
Yep.
Mamalakis didn't like the call. That'll be foul number 2 on Mamalakis, and it's going to send Wilson to the free throw line.
Too much.
Yeah, Wilson has 10 points in the game. Misses his first free throw, averages 18.
Red Knights struggling from the line tonight. That can come back to haunt you.
At 50%, so, but, oh, and that's a unforced error by the Jaguars. So the ball will go back over to the Red Knights. They lead by 2 with 14 minutes to go here in the second half. This is going to be Donnelly, Daisy, double D's, Daisy and Donnelly. Oh, technical foul call.
I wonder what happened. I didn't see it.
That's going to be on Horton. And quickly, they're going to take Horton out of the game and bring Jonathan Weber in. Wiggins gets 2 free throws here, and they will get the ball, too.
I didn't see what happened. It's a big call.
Could have been vocal.
Yeah. Yeah, it was on Horton. He also seemed to not quite know what happened either.
Oh, you see, just, maybe he didn't like the fact that
He got hit.
He got elbowed there, but
Yeah.
just looked like a bang-bang play. Didn't look like anything intentional on the Red Knight player. So Red Knights trying to open up a lead again. Left-hander. Donnelly doesn't go, but tipped right into the hands of Wilson. That's being in the right place at the right time.
It is. The Red Knights, though, also seem to have really good chemistry. Just everybody knows where everybody's at. Their heads up. They're always got their eyes on the ball.
The points just seem to come a little bit harder for the Jaguars than they do for the Red Knights. Opportunities, and Wiggins with a nice rebound.
Very nice rebound. He had good position, got good jump, took it down strong.
And now Wiggins a long three. Foul. It's going to be a 3-shot foul. Freitag. It just looks like a little bit of frustration right now going through the Jaguars.
I don't even see the foul.
Freitag.
He didn't even, he just seemed to duck out of the way. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I didn't.
If he was under him when he landed, sometimes that's the call you get. I'm not sure.
So Wiggins converting on the free throws. Keita comes into the game now for the Red Knights, replacing Lee. 44-36, 8-point game with 13 minutes to go. And the Red Knights on a run right now.
Yep.
We saw this early in the first half, and then the Jaguars were able to get back into the game. But right now they're going to have to make something happen pretty quick here.
Yeah, they're going to need to keep moving that ball around, be smart, try to limit the transition opportunities for the Red Knights.
Well, if that's Wilson, that's going to be number 3. So.
Yep.
Well, if you're the Jaguars, you may want to go at Wilson.
Yep, for sure. It's going to have to be careful with. I mean, there's a lot of game left.
Back up top to Freitag.
I like this patience on the part of the Jaguars here. Just really working it around, looking for good passes, looking for good shots.
Freitag, high arc shot, doesn't go. Wiggins with the rebound, and the foul will be called on the Jaguars.
Fouls on Washington.
Again, in the first half, we only saw 2 fouls committed on the Jaguars, and now they have 6 with 12:24 to go. So again, we've seen, it just seems like there's a different pace of play right now between the Red Knights and the Jaguars.
The Jaguars look like they're having a hard time finding any kind of rhythm. They're getting frustrated. That can lead to fouls. Might be a little fatigue too, you never know. It was a fast-paced first half. Boy, was that a nice.
Yeah, Donnelly going to his left and was able to get that ball to go in, and biggest lead of the game right now at 11.
Just kisses the glass.
Freitag.
And that's what the Jaguars are going to have to do there, is just get the ball into Freitag's hand and let him make some stuff happen.
And again, that's sort of part of that is when you have Wilson in the middle, he's not going to pick up that extra foul. But Donnelly's picking things up a little bit. We saw Donnelly with a great game against the Orioles.
Yep.
One thing you have with this Red Knights team is you have Daisy, Donnelly, Wiggins, Keita. All these guys can score. Freitag, too strong. Yeah, Wilson falling, and we get a jump ball. He's sort of over the top, Mamalakis.
Is that what they called? I think they did.
Yeah, foul on Mamalakis.
That's absolutely right, Bruce. Good call. That's his third.
The Red Knights in the bonus. That's foul number 7. So you send Wilson to the free throw line.
Daisy's been sitting for quite a while.
14 points in the game for Wilson. The Red Knights have opened up a 12-point lead.
Jaguars really need a good possession here, get a bucket.
Mentioned both these teams played overtime games in their last contest on Tuesday night.
The Jaguars helped out themselves and Waconia by beating Chanhassen.
Yeah, almost a 5-second
Yep.
call. Freitag.
Nowhere to go. Look at that defense.
Trying to hit a cutter down the middle, but that was just sort of a blind pass. No one really there. Foul. Again, now you can see where the speed is so different. You can see how the Jaguars are slow getting back, causing them to pick up fouls. And the Red Knights just still going at a much faster pace right now, faster speed in this game.
And if I'm the Jaguars, I might call a timeout here pretty soon.
I agree
just
with
even
you.
looking at their body language, they look defeated. They don't need to be. There's plenty of game left. They know they can play with these guys. They just seem to be lacking energy and focus and even belief in themselves right now, but there's no reason to not. They know they can play ball.
Good time to give Wilson a breather as Daisy comes into the game. Huther at the free throw line. He made his first one. Short on the second. Mamalakis with the rebound. Freitag. And he draws the foul.
Huther doesn't like it, but that's what happens when you jump like that. I mean, Freitag does the right thing and just kind of makes the contact, and then you're going to get that foul call almost every time.
Seven of 9 from the free throw line for Freitag. 20 points so far for Freitag in this game. Conley. The left-hander just stops and pops. You got Donnelly, a sophomore. You got Wilson as a sophomore, and both those guys are just unbelievable. There's a dunk. But a foul on the drive, so it's just going to be an inbound play here. Here's Donnelly, left-handed shot.
Beautiful.
Freitag, couple fake moves, and he loses the basketball. Wanted a foul call, but
I think that's a good no call.
yeah, he ran out of room basically along that baseline.
Fans getting into it a little bit here, trying to get into Freitag's head.
And Donnelly off the mark. Follow up by Cada.
Good on Cada to stay with that.
The Red Knights showing why they're going to be really tough come the sections.
Yep.
Freitag off the mark.
Daisy with the rebound. Keeps his dribble.
Neither team goes too deep on the bench.
No, that's correct. Yeah, but they do a lot of swapping out, especially the Red Knights. They're doing a lot of swapping, but it's not deep. The Red Knights with a 16-point lead here. This could get away from the Jaguars pretty fast if they don't figure something out.
I've really only seen 7 players in the game for the Jaguars.
It's a nice block.
8 players for
Look
the
at that.
Red Knights. Freitag,
Oh my goodness. I don't know how he stayed up. I mean, that's a running back ability, right? Like, he just twisting and spinning, and look at this.
Good
Stays
move.
with it and almost gets the and one.
I'd venture to say a lot of his points come from the free throw line.
Yeah.
He's already at 11 free throws in this game.
He's got
He had a stretch where he missed his 4th and 5th free throws. Now he's made about 7 in a row.
By my count, he's got 21 points.
$23.
23. I mentioned it earlier because the Red Knight faithful were chanting overrated, and I'm like, oh, he's got 23 points with 8 minutes left. It's not a bad game.
You know, he's just, it just doesn't seem like he's got a lot of help on his team. So,
Right.
so you know, if you're going to guard a player, you're going to guard Freitag and really make sure he doesn't, he's the one who doesn't beat you. Here's a 3 from outside. Again, those are the ones that the Jags need, and other players to come through. Horton missing the 3. 14-point lead with 8 minutes to go. Wiggins, he gets fouled again. Second time he's been fouled from 3-point range. And Horton's got to be careful not to say anything because he's already got 1 technical. Wiggins looks like a player that you don't want to foul. He's 6 for 6 from the free throw line.
Yeah, the Red Knights are kind of cold from the line until they started fouling Wiggins, and he's just been drilling them.
He's got 15 in the game.
The ref seems to have a lot to say to Horton.
First miss. Wiggins again, he's a freshman.
Nice pass.
Nice drive to the basket by Washington.
Just couldn't finish.
No. Again, Wilson with the rebound. Donnelly. Boy, Wilson with a great move inside. Spin move, what a great drive.
Just can't get anything to fall.
And the foul is going to be called
on
charge.
A charge even, huh?
Here comes the overrated.
Yep. I don't know, if I'm Coach Evans, I'm calling a timeout the next time I get the ball. Well, maybe not in a transition situation like this, but you're down 18 and you gotta do something to change the trajectory of this thing.
Yeah, the adjustments the Red Knights made at halftime really has made a big difference in this game. Freitag,
nice
great pass.
Wow.
Well, those are things that don't show up in the scorebook, but what an amazing no-look pass, and we get a turnover on the Red Knights.
Yeah, we'll travel. Yeah, that's just a beautiful no-look pass, right on the money. And Mamalakis just lays it in.
Freitag. There's a 3, it's good by Washington.
That's a big three-point shot right there.
Now the Jaguars will call a timeout and see if they can set things up defensively, maybe put a little bit of pressure on. But that's a shot that they have not been able to hit, and everything's been sort of in the hands of what Freitag can do for you, but great to get that help and have Washington hit that shot. So.
Yeah, and to get those 5 points that quickly when you're down 18 and now all of a sudden you're only down 13, and within a minute, you've cut that. So it's a big 3-point shot for the.
Paul, you read my mind as he pulls up the schedule. I just had reached for mine, and so upcoming games for the Red Knights, they are heading to Hermantown on Saturday, and then they come back home on Valentine's Day on the 14th against St. Louis Park. Head out to Chanhassen, a game that should be another tight one. You know, Chanhassen and Waconia both playing great basketball right now. Those two games are going to be very, very tough contests. Orono as well. Orono is a ranked team, and so for the Red Knights, it'll be a good test towards the end of the schedule here, as they're going to have 4 tough games in a row, and see if they can keep things going. Damian Johnson's done a great job with his team, and a very young team, but a young team that's got 15 wins and only 3 losses.
I mean, and we talk about the youth of this Red Knight team. It is amazing they're this good, and everybody's coming back, other than Huther.
And most of them coming back for 2 more years.
Yeah. Even Wiggins. Wiggins a freshman?
Yeah, that's what we're.
It's 2 games in a row. We've seen some pretty darn good basketball from 9th graders. I'm not sure who. I missed the foul on that. Was that?
It's on Washington, so it's going to send Wilson to the line. Red Knights have they started off a little slow from the charity stripe, but they really picked it up. Five of 6 for Wilson. 19 in the game for Wilson. Mamalakis, missed shot. Good rebound by Lee.
And that's just something the Red Knights do so well. I keep saying it, they just hustle to the ball. They are not going to let anything sneak by them.
And they're really smart. They know when to go inside. They work the inside-out game. They get pretty good shots for the most part.
Yep. It's a tough team.
You don't see a lot of bad shots on this Red Knights team. They may miss the shots, but you don't see a lot of bad shot selection.
That's right.
Again, they work it around and finally get it inside for the 21st point of the game for Jalen Wilson. He's got 2 more years left, Paul.
And you wonder who else they have coming up.
Freitag, he hits.
All right, Bruce, we got 5 minutes left of this game. It's a 14-point game. Hashtag math.
Well, Freitag averages 26. He's at 26. Set up on a great pass. That's what you have to do. Bring it inside, take it in, find the guy in the corner, and it's money.
Yeah, and that's one of the things the Red Knights do is when that ball gets inside, they collapse well on the ball, but that means somebody's open out there, and if you can find them, if there's nothing for you on the inside and you can find them, they should have a good wide open shot, and they exploited that very well there with the give over to Freitag for 3.
Yeah, the conference so far has the Red Knights at 6-1, Chanhassen 5-2, Waconia 5-2, the Jaguars right behind at 4-3.
Yep.
And Orono is 4-3, but Orono's 13-5 overall. So they have the next best overall record, followed by Chaska, New Prague, and it's been a tough season for the St. Louis Park Orioles.
It has. You call it a transition year.
They also have some young players, 3 sophomores in there, so. Down to 5 minutes remaining.
And
14-point game.
Red Knights at that point where they're happy to just dish the ball around and chew up clock.
Oh, there's a high arch pass for
I missed
Keita. Yep. Just didn't get up high enough. In the corner, here's a three for the Jaguars. Not good, rebound by Wiggins, foul on Mamalakis, that'll be number 4.
That's his 4th, yeah. It's an inadvisable foul right there. You're not going to out-rebound him in that situation. Let him get it. Mamalakis has really been the kind of the next guy for Freitag as well, so you really don't want to lose him. He's got one more foul, though, and he's out.
Wiggins 7 of 8 from the free throw line. Made his first 7, now he's missed 2 in a row. Huther will replace Wiggins in the lineup for the Red Knights.
Interesting choice to put on a press when you're up 15. It's not a real hard press, but
almost a turnover.
Got to be careful.
Oh yeah, and what a good steal by Lee. And he finishes.
Yep.
That ball just got dangerous as it got closer and closer to the center court line.
And he kind of just gave up on it too. Oh.
Freitag, he loses the ball. Red Knights, they're pushing. And that's a charge.
Yep, that's the right call. I was worried they might not call it a charge because that would have been his 5th, but that's the right call. He looked pretty set to me. Yeah. That's either a no call or a charge. I think they made the right one.
Number 4. Damien didn't quite agree with that.
So that was on Wilson?
Yes.
No, he and Mamalakis both have 4.
And there's a foul. So Freitag will go to the free throw line now. So Huther is the first player to foul out of the game.
I didn't realize that was his 5th. Freitag was just a monster game at the line.
Yeah, pretty shot. And just see how it just hits the bottom of the net.
Red Knights taking their time, bringing the ball up the court. 3:47 to play.
As you say that,
drives it right to the hole.
Here comes Freitag. Good step up. Shot by Horton doesn't go. Oh, Freitag wanted the ball, but his player cut in front of him. I think Freitag wanted to dunk the ball.
I think he did, yeah. But there's no way that Mamalakis could have known he was there. I mean, he was behind him.
Washington, that was a tough pass.
That was a really tough pass.
And a nice 3.
Shot.
Yeah, Lewick.
Nice shot by Lewick.
First points of the game for Lewick. We'll get a timeout for the Jaguars, down by 14.
Yeah, it's getting do or die time, Bruce. The Jaguars are going to really have to make a push and get some big stops and get some turnovers, get some points off of turnovers if they're going to get back into this game.
12 free throws for Freitag in the game, 28 points. Christian Wiggins has quite a few free throws. He has 8. 16 in the game for Wiggins. $21 for Jalen Wilson.
All right, here we go.
Here for the Red Knights, so you have Wilson with 21, Wiggins with 16, Daisy with 11, and Donnelly with 10. Jaguars do put that pressure on.
Yeah, hope the Red Knights turnover. See if you can trap them here.
Yeah, Red Knights just a very well-coached team. Know how to break. They know how to break it, and they get it inside to Wilson. 23 in the game for Wilson. Freitag steps out. Misses. Donnelly, nice pass for Cada, but he's in no hurry, and now it's stolen away. Horton. Oop. Oh, boy. Freitag.
Oh.
I thought Freitag should have just taken that ball.
Yep, I'm not sure what he was trying to do, but, I mean, it worked out. They'll maintain possession.
Freitag's played the whole game. I think he's pretty tired right now.
Yeah, and you're absolutely right, Bruce, when you say, like, he's just got nowhere to go. There's nobody else with him that he can really hinge to. He's got to kind of carry this, and it's, you can see it fatiguing him.
Missed shot by Horton. He doesn't even go back.
Right.
He's just frustrated.
Yeah, and that's where, if you're the coach, I mean, they've been kind of having a little bit of that body language for most of this half, and he's got to do something about that.
Freitag, he's short. And now the Red Knights just can slow it down.
I mean, the Red Knights are a heck of a basketball team. There's no shame in losing to them, but I sort of feel like the Jaguars kind of quit on the game a little sooner than they needed to.
Yeah, right now they're just...
Yeah, they're done.
Yeah. And now it's just about stats, and that's why Freitag's just putting up shots and not even good shots.
And we got a little scuffle going on. I mean, just the Jaguars showing all kinds of frustration tonight. Red Knights ready to put in some of their younger backups. Jaguars are going to do the same. Call it a night. It really looked like to me like we were going to have a really good, hard-fought second half, but the Red Knights just came in and pulled away and got, that 10, 12, 14, 16-point lead. And I just hate to say it, but the Jaguars just quit.
Yeah, they quit, and they also just started checking up shots and not playing as a team. It's a team game, and I think Freitag, he's just tried to put everything on his shoulders, and he was not hitting those long shots at the end. And again, it's sometimes it's hard to hit shots when you have defensive player in your face. So you see that so many times that teams get into playing individually, and at that time, I think coaches just need to really call a timeout, and it's got to be a team game. You got to find your open players, and I think the Jaguars and probably Freitag a little frustrated because when he does pass out to the corner or he passes out and guys open, they're just not hitting the shots, and so he feels like he has to do it himself. So.
Yeah, and he did a nice job tonight of making contact, bringing contact, getting a lot of fouls, making his free throws. That's really what kind of kept him into this thing at all. But I also just really thought somewhere, about halfway through the second half, coach should have called a timeout to try to find a way to re-energize, refocus this team. But he just kind of let it. I feel like, I hate to rip on the coach, but I feel like Coach Evans let them quit. And needed to fire him up a little bit more. Did we get a technical in there somewhere?
We did, yeah. There was a technical on the far side of the court, and it should have been, I think, on Mamalakis.
Yeah.
And second technical of the game for the Jaguars is going to be Red Knights ball, and pretty much just now it's just what's the final score going to be. So
right.
Couple new players in the game for the Red Knights.
Just a couple. I think about 10 new players in the game right now, Bruce. Oh, my.
Basket by number 4, Tanner Rose.
9th grader. Now you got a bunch of guys here who don't get a lot of playing time, and it's kind of fun to see them get that playing time. They're going to come out and play hard this last minute.
And
there you go.
The 3. That was number 25, Johnson Weber, yeah.
He had a 3 earlier in the game, I believe.
Put it up. There you go. He's smiling.
He's laughing at himself. He knows.
Milton Nuon. Oops. We're down to 17 seconds.
Yeah, this should do it right here.
Yeah, 76-58. The Red Knights won 74-60 last time these two teams played. So right in that ballpark.
Yep.
Oh, a couple chances.
Little volleyball going
out. Yeah, it was Laka and didn't get it to go. He was hoping he could get on.
He really wanted it.
He
really wanted it. I know that feeling, Bruce. I know it all too well. Trying to get your points.
Yeah, you know, so again, the Red Knights, they pretty much had control of this game.
Yeah.
You know, pretty much from start to finish. Again, they started off strong. We saw the Jaguars come back, close the gap. It was a 2-point game at halftime, but really the Red Knights came out and showed that they are the better team right now.
Yep.
And you know, great performance by the Red Knights. So.
Yeah, great performance by the Red Knights, and you know, in Jefferson, the Jaguars, they played. Like you said, they played a great first half, and they just couldn't quite keep pace. And like you said, the Red Knights just really controlled things in the second half. And, you know, again, as much as, maybe they quit a little sooner than they needed to, there's no shame in losing to the Red Knights, who are, you know, the best team in the conference. And
yeah, we talked a lot about Freitag, but what we haven't said is just how great of a game that Daisy and Donnelly played, really sort of as your guard play, and then seeing, you know, Wilson on the inside, and also, you know, Wiggins, a freshman, getting 16 points for them.
Yep.
And so I think Damian Johnson has to be very pleased with the performance, and a nice win for the Red Knights as they now go to 16-3, and it gives them still a 1-game lead in the conference for the title.
Yeah, and it's going to be tough to overcome them. However, if I'm remembering correctly, Waconia beat them, and they're only 1 game back.
So it should be good.
Yeah, you never know. The Red Knights still have to play some tough ball here down the stretch, stay focused if they want to be that conference champion.
When we saw Waconia, you know, the last game against St. Louis Park, and Waconia is a team now that started off very slow, but they've won 6 out of their last 8 games. So so they're trending in the right direction, and should be great, some great basketball coming up here as we close out the final 5-6 games of the season. How quick it goes. Yeah,
and you know, Jefferson has to remember there's a tough game today, but they're also playing some pretty good basketball right now too. The big win over Chanhassen on Tuesday, and so they need to kind of just put this one behind them, stay focused, and they're just kind of right in the, you know, that top middle mix there, and just right where you want to be.
It is. So again, you know, we want to thank everyone for joining us here tonight from Haven Center. On behalf of our crew and Paul Bodwin, I'm Bruce Overman saying so long. Final score here, 76 for the Red Knights, 58 for the Jefferson Jaguars. Good night now.